Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you guys some WoW clips from last week with us fighting Warriors Creed. So this was right before Baron. Nash is rallying RA's base with Tatek holding. I believe he's sending range this time. I didn't get in the rally, so they've already hit base twice. The first time Tat was able to win, and then Nash took base the second time. And myself and a few other players joined from DBR to help fill the rallies. But this guy is no pushover. I'm going to scout base in a second and show you what he's got in there. But it's basically a lot of T5, and RA also have max sigils, and I believe Tat himself has a few Baron jewels. So that makes his defense very strong. In that scout there, he's got pretty much a 50-50 T4, T5 ratio, whereas in our rallies, we only kind of have max 1.2 million T5, and that makes a huge difference. So Nash hits base and he loses because Tat changes to an inf formation to counter him. Normally for a player who's good like Nash, beating mixed marches out of forts is not normally an issue, because usually even if he gets countered, he's still going to win because of how powerful his spears are. But when fighting an opponent like RA with maxed sigils, over 1 million more T5 than us, that's not easy. So in order to win, in most cases we are going to have to get the counter, and that means carpeting in really quickly, because it only takes like less than 5 seconds for Tat to see what we're sending and then change his formation. So we are going to revisit base a bit later, but now we're going to go off and reset some of the other forts. Diesel has set inf on AO's Comet fort, but as you saw in the first scout, Kronos was holding that fort with mixed troops. But his holding march was full range with all range familiars and heroes as well. So they're actually pulling their troops and putting inf in there instead. I guess maybe they think he's sending range at them. So Kronos's gear is stronger than Diesel's. But Diesel is going to be able to win because Kronos has range heroes in the fort and Diesel has inf heroes. And when you're like hitting bases and forts, the heroes you're sending make a huge difference. It would have been smarter for Kronos to completely withdraw from the fort, race his troops back, and then send a proper inf march with proper heroes and proper familiars, because he would have been able to win then. So our rally is going to start walking now. The carpets come a few seconds later. I honestly thought Kronos would pull out as soon as he saw the inf coming, because he doesn't have inf heroes himself, so his fort is way more vulnerable to our attack, and we do take over the fort. But the margins there, we won, but they make me uncomfortable. Kronos has a pretty strong inf gear. Not to mention that AO themselves are also a 100 billion might guild with more T5 than us, and again more sigils. So we're revisiting base now, and Nash has started an inf rally on Tat's base. Sorry if you're hearing some background noise. I'm sitting in my car right now and it has just started raining. Okay, so you guys are going to find out why inf is the best thing actually to send at a mixed hold in a fort if you're significantly weaker than the opponent. Well, Nash and Tat in terms of gear are pretty even, but given the T5 and sigils difference, we are significantly weaker than RA in this scenario. So our inf spear is able to smack Tat out of the base. This time he didn't have time to change to Cav Wedge. He did take our hit inf phalanx, which isn't a counter. It was inf against inf, but we absolutely smacked him there. 1.9 million for him. We did actually rally base again right after that, and I didn't record it. But we sent inf a second time and it managed to win again. Tat did change to Cav Wedge, which is a counter, but we were still able to win. And if you look at the report there, it's quite interesting, because we got countered here and we still won. Tat killed 1.1 million of our troops, but if you go back to looking at the prior report of our inf versus his inf phalanx, he actually killed more then than he did here. So Nola is rallying DOW's fort. There's 6 minutes left on the timer, so we do kind of have to reset this fort now. But if you looked at the arrow I zoomed in on just a second ago, that's actually another rally. I think it's from PUV that's walking on our fort, and what they're doing is they're waiting for us to send our rally So DOW can withdraw and PUV can carpet their rally and hit us out. But yeah, we're able to carpet in and withdraw fast enough before they even know what's happening, so they can't carpet their rally at us. Okay, so let me explain why we were able to win with inf rallies against TAT and not with cav or range. So cavalry phalanx and cavalry wedge. You probably heard me say before that cav phalanx is the worst formation in the game to be countered with range in because of the way the formation is set up, and that's definitely true. But what's also true is that cav phalanx and cav wedge suck to take hits in as well. So, you know, cav counters inf. So if an inf rally is coming towards you, you are going to want to change to a cav formation to counter that. But just keep in mind that the player hitting you with inf will actually take less damage from your cav counter than they would if you countered with inf phalanx instead. I know it's a weird bit of information to try and understand, because, you know, traditionally when you counter something, that means that you'll take less damage and they'll take more damage. But it's actually because of how cav phalanx and cav wedge are set up. Cav wedge is better for taking hits in than cav phalanx, which is why TAT is taking his hits in cav wedge, and you guys should as well. Also, cav wedge hurts less getting countered with range than does in cav phalanx. Both formations do kind of suck, and you did just see there that TAT killed more on our inf rally when he defended in inf phalanx than when he defended in cav wedge, which is very interesting. Now let me just explain what RA are doing right here. So Nash is about to march on TAT's base again with inf, and TAT knows this because we send inf against his base every time now, because it is the one counter that he can't beat. So what he's got his guild to do, and this is actually pure genius, guys. His guild are sending one troop relief marches at base. So when Nash marches, TAT plans to pull out, and the hope is that if one of his guildmates one troop relief marches takes base after TAT has pulled out but before Nash has hit, if Nash has activated Blackwing, then his Blackwing will be wasted on that one troop, and that is exactly what happens. TAT pulls out, one of the one troops makes it to base before Nash reaches, and his Blackwing is wasted. So now Nash is rallying PUV's fort with range, and they know this. Someone didn't send the one inf when filling the rally, so they changed their whole fort comp to full inf, which normally if a regular player hit that, they would lose, even though he hasn't swapped his heroes over. But Nash isn't normal players. Nash is an absolute beast, and he's still able to absolutely smash PUV out that fort with a full counter. So we're back rallying base again, again with inf, and TAT is going to try some new things now to try and defeat our inf march, because he knows that it's not working anymore. He can't defend our inf march, so now he's going to try changing to some more cav heavy gear. Nash has also been frostwinged, so we have to use more carpets to speed his rally in, and it's a victory for us. It's just started hailing outside. It's a victory for us, but this one was kind of close. He nearly won. By changing to his cav heavy gear, he nearly defeated our inf rally, and he's going to take base again after this, and we'll try to rally him again with inf. You can see from RA's losses that Nash did activate Blackwing again, and this time it did successfully connect, so a lot of reds for them. So now I'll skip over to the final rally I joined before going to bed, because it was either 3 or 4 AM at this point. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we're rallying TAT's base again with inf. But this time, to defend, TAT is going to change into full cav gear. And as you remember from the last report, he nearly won with heavy cav gear. So he's going to change to full cav gear to try and just push past that last margin he needs to be victorious. And he is able to successfully defend, but only just. That was pretty close, guys. And yeah, from that report you can see it's 3 AM. My inf is non-existent right now. My inf has been smashed for the last 2 to 3 hours. I'm tired. I need to go sleep now, guys. So I stopped recording, and I believe WoW ended shortly after that. we couldn't really keep up with their full sigils and huge T5 numbers. Now the next WoW just finished. KW family actually migrated to our kingdom, and RA fought KW for base and actually won. Yeah, KW didn't really play very smartly there. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.